Give me one of these. Said I needed that hug before this workout. Welcome back, YouTube. Get a little push day in, starting off with a lot of shoulder work, so we'll do some sets of lateral raises here in the 12 to 15 kind of rep range, and then we'll get some shoulder presses, incline presses, a lot of chest work, and then of course just finish off with some arms. So should be a good one, should be a fun one, should be a spicy one. Oh, let's get it. Pretty heavy, so didn't hit 12. We'll drop the weight down and just trying to stay in that range. I think it's important to always chase kind of like proximity to failure. And so, you know, while we could get 15 reps for the first set, couldn't even get 12 for the second. It's not that we're not going to count that as a set, right? Because we did achieve a healthy amount of repetitions and did achieve failure. But try to just kind of keep the intensity range for more consistency and tracking purposes. Yeah, I think a big tendency on this movement is to try to like speed it up and just go really quick, like raise it up high and then come back down. But trying to just kind of focus on controlling concentric or positive tempo as well, just to keep everything in that medial delt, not driving it into the traps or anything else. So it takes a little bit more thoughtfulness, a little bit more discipline. But yeah, we'll move on to some shoulder pressing here now. Okay, so working on the Arsenal plate loaded press here today for just some shoulder presses. Main focus is really just keeping the elbow and fist alignment as much as possible, and then just, again, maintaining consistency with the tempo. So I'm not pushing up using a lot of momentum, which is naturally gonna cause me to like sit back more, maybe elevate my chest too much towards more like a really, really high incline. So trying to think about like keeping rib cage somewhat neutral, elbows under the fist, so it's all shoulders for at least the majority of the work. We'll drop down for the last set, just pump it out. Again, try to just go to failure. Ideally, somewhere in just that kind of like 12 to 15 rep range, and then we'll move on. The best chapstick. yeah, Jeremy has inspired me. So I'm gonna do some front delt raises on the cable machine too. But you're right, like just maintaining that internal rotation, because if you shift just to neutral, it becomes a lot of like bicep. I like that. Bye, Leah. Bye, teammate.
Uh-oh. Is it official?
Signed up.
Let's go. That's what it's all about.
Showtime. So moving on to some incline presses on the Smith machine. Just trying to, again, stay kind of focused in that 8 to 12 rep range for the first couple sets, and then hit some back down sets and just try to feel the chest and shoulders just firing the whole time. Hard to believe that prima nocta was a real thing, like in Braveheart. Okay, the goal is going to be 15. No matter what, even if you're doing all the work.
Whoa.
This is a heavy high pull.
Very, very sexy, yes. You got it, all you. Come on. We're gonna get it up. We're gonna get it up. Come on. Come on, push.
Whew. I think it was like, maybe this is me just being overly critical. I think I was a millimeter too far to the right. Just hitting a couple sets here on the flat press. Just waiting for a cable fly to come open. Hitting some cable flies here and then just finishing off with some cable presses as soon as we fail on the flies. Yeah, really, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just picking a movement that's a little bit harder, and then as we fatigue and fail, pick a movement that's a little easier and just utilize that leverage to keep the stress and stimulus in the chest. I mean, I've never used it. Every time, the first thing I do when I get a shaker is I throw the ball out. It just mixes better. How's the liquid flow into your mouth? Pretty viscous. Okay, one more set of these and then we'll move on to some arms. Keep it moving. I think a big issue a lot of people have in terms of training volume and stuff is really just like the consistency of like trackability and like gauging intensity. And so in reality, like your body, your muscles don't know the amount of reps you're doing, right? It just knows the amount of stress that you're incurring. So if your goal is to grow the muscle, you need to have an appropriate level of stress and proximity to failure. And so with something like this, like I don't really need to know how many, repetitions of like that partial, chest press I'm doing. I just try to get to failure. And if the chest can keep going through the press movement and no longer perform in the fly movement, then I just keep pushing. It's just about mechanical leverage. So it's not really that complicated. Just stress the muscle, fuel the muscle, grow the muscle, repair the muscle, grow the muscle, get jacked. I think most people, it's just, and that's how it is with everything. Even like golf balls. It's like, go get some noodles and just like, hit those. You don't need fucking Pro V1s. They're not gonna make you a better golfer. You're just gonna be out $54.99 for no reason. Surprisingly kind of light, so we'll go a little heavier. Yeah, there would be so many times where like, I would just wait until I feel like she was almost ready and I'm like, all right, I got 5 minutes, I got this. Shower, like do everything I need to do. And then she's like, are you ready? I'm like, yeah, so cross cable extensions just to really fire all the heads of the tricep. We'll go overhead extension now, to get that long head isolated, create some of that upper arm density, and then we'll move on to some biceps. But no, the thing is like you don't go and just say, okay, I'm gonna get Cooper Rush. Like wait to see how fucking Michael Penix Jr. plays out and be like, all right, well, we're gonna go get Kirk Cousins. I'm not saying it's gonna be but a scenario like that, I don't have any like top of mind, but it's like, you're not gonna go get like Russell Wilson after he flops in Pittsburgh and gets replaced by whatever his name is. Yeah, it's like.
Could have given them a compensatory or a 7, and then the San Francisco would have done that way. But no, but Steven's a fucking dumbass. Jalen Brooks. Some other niggas I ain't never heard of.
Ooh. Bicep time. See, I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is. Warming up with some preacher curls. We'll probably scale up to probably about 25 pounds on each side with a 5, a 10, and a 10. And that way we can just do some strip sets and just drop things down as we fatigue. We'll try to hit as many sets as we can here, as many productive quality reps as possible. And then we'll switch to some dumbbell hammer curls and then be done. Yep. Shirt is going to be open. Okay, so big thing on the preacher curl is really just focusing on that bracing. So really pushing that elbow in as much as you can the whole time and just being able to really isolate that bicep curl, that elbow flexion. Yeah, just focus on driving that elbow as hard as you can into the platform the entire time and you'll feel a lot better with your bicep curls. It's one of those things you learn where it's just like, as long as a white person doesn't say it, it's probably okay. Well, it's really up to you. You mean Puerto Ricans? Whew. Okay, so we'll call it a day there. Cardio done, weigh-in done, training done. Now it's just eat, recover, and chill. Yeah, let's do a little pump check, pose check, and get out of here. Okay. Probably we're a little too zoomed in. Okay, that's a little better. So, Yep, feeling good, feeling pumped, feeling voluminous. Weighed in at 210.8 this morning. So weight's just kind of more aggressively moving in the right direction as of right now. Trying to maintain as much muscle mass obviously as possible, but a little bit more aggressive with the cut early so we can kind of manage things on a day-by-day basis and not have to get too aggressive, too miserable whenever calories are even lower, training is down, fatigue is up, all that stuff. So yeah, we'll do a little posing practice and then we will get out of here. Not much to say other than we crushed shoulders, crushed chest, and then just crushed arms. Crush, crush, crush. Thanks for watching, liking, following, subscribing, loving, hating, all that stuff, and we will see you in the next week. We will be into the 17th week from the show, starting next video. So Bo Alexander, Adapt Fitness, Dallas, Texas, and bye.